So, Adam, I have a little surprise for you.
What surprise do you have for me, Tim, other than the fact that we're back on the air after 2 weeks?
Yeah. You have to cancel because you had an emergency. Sure.
I had to take care of something.
Sure. Going to finally see Avengers Endgame when it's already out on Blu-ray. Wait, it doesn't come out on Blu-ray until later this month.
Yeah, I know.
No, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, what's
and
that?
You made me wait 2 weeks to surprise you with this. You selfish bastard.
I know, I'm sorry.
You know how we've been using my United States replica as our predictions championship belt?
That's the belt that has been transferred between the two of us, metaphorically, between every prediction so far. But yes, go right ahead.
Yeah, because when I was living up in New Hampshire, it stayed with you.
It was easier. Then it was just literally passing across the table.
Yeah, and then when I moved, now it's with me. But anyway, that's no longer going to happen.
No?
We officially have a brand new As the Buckle Turns championship belt.
That is beautiful. We're getting a picture of that up. It should be, actually, you know what? If you're looking at this on YouTube, the picture has already been up. It's still up right now.
Yes, it's a beautiful championship.
It's awesome.
So, we now have an official championship.
Nice.
That I will be retaining not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 times.
5. Oh, yeah, because we have 5 shows to predict over this weekend. When this show goes up, one of them is already aired. That's the Ring of Honor Supercard. We're not doing that in the show. That's just going to be something we have off to the side.
So, Adam, I have one question for you.
What's that, Tim? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this week we have a whole bunch of news to skim over because we haven't done anything for 2 weeks. Week 1 you canceled, week 2 I canceled.
The fact that I actually was able to do it right now with my schedule with school, I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, dude, anytime you can fit us in, that's really awesome. Remember, neither one of us get paid for this, so.
Yeah, actually, because I just told Adam a minute ago, I am the director of photography for my thesis here down at Full Sail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot of shit to do.
So, yeah, for me, last week, I said that I told you that I had a family thing. It turns out my mom wanted to go for a drive with me in the new car.
Ah.
So.
How dare you cancel for that?
Yeah.
Spend time with your mom? How dare you? Wrestling is everything. You make sense.
Yeah, no, Sorry, today, ladies and gentlemen, my brain is a little bit scattered today. Before the recording, I realized that I have a lot of anxiety that I did not realize I had from driving. And I just bought a vehicle that's a standard. It's the first time that I've driven a standard in a very long time. And for some of our listeners, very long time, well, let's just say the 2000s were a thing.
See, when I first got my license, my dad was going to buy me a car. My parents wanted to buy me a car because both my parents worked. I couldn't take one of theirs cars for like school or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, we had this conversation. He's like, if you let me buy you a standard, I could have you a car by the end of the week. I'm like, nope, not learning. My dad tried to teach me one day on an old station wagon that was a standard, and we ended up screaming at each other because I couldn't figure out the clutch thing. And I'm like, I'm trying that. He's like, stop! Like, you're not. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, no.
Because back then when I was a teenager, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It's still trying to teach me now would probably end up in the exact same situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I refuse to drive a standard. I would love to be able to. I just don't have the coordination.
I still I want to be better, and I want to really be able to enjoy this, but right now, because my previous car had so many breakdown issues, just physically driving is enough of anxiety that I'm just like, oh no, something's going to break down. So I'm constant. That's going through my head. Then also having to figure out shifting properly and taking off. Yeah, I'm a mess. I'm an absolute physical and mental mess right now. But we got predictions.
I'm actually trying to think of the time roughly about the 2 years I was up there. Yeah, your car was constantly either not on the road because you couldn't get the pay for the to put it on the road, or it was broken down.
Yep,
a lot.
Yep.
Think about it,
So I really, for the last 2 years, haven't driven at all.
So, but yeah. So we have predictions.
Yeah.
But luckily, out of the predictions, like we said, I'm defending the title 5 times. Well, I could only be defending it 1 time because I could lose it for tomorrow night. Because we're recording this on Thursday, and then never pick it back up all 5, the rest of the 4 things. So if you want to know the shows where we're actually the title is up for defense, it is tomorrow's Ring of Honor Summer Super Show.
Yes, the
like
Super
I
Card.
said earlier, we are not Super Card.
Yeah.
We're not doing that live here, but we have the cards down. We will at some point probably just go over who won that card in the coming weeks. And then we have NXT Takeover on Saturday.
Yes.
And we have SummerSlam, obviously.
On Sunday.
There's 3 cards, but so you may be wondering, what are these other 2 defenses?
Yes.
Well, we mentioned a few weeks ago, we are predicting every match, every card in the G1 Climax tournament. And we have been doing that. We've been keeping track of it. We haven't really been talking about it on here because, the last 2 weeks we haven't been on here, but we've been trying to cover it when we did. And it is a nail biter. So instead of actually just going, I have a win, Adam has a win, we actually adopted from the beginning, not like I just came up with this last week.
Nope.
From the beginning, we are following the G1 rules.
Okay.
So basically, how the point system works for the G1 round robin tournament is, if you win, you get 2 points. You draw, it's 1 point. A loss is 0 points.
Yes.
So, right now, as of today, I have 17 points. Adam has 15 points.
Yes.
Now,
I also I did not predict 2 cards.
Yes. So we have no idea how well he would have done on those 2 cards. I was happy with it because it gave me my first 2 victories to get back the first 2 that he won in the tournament. And I told him that, and he immediately went and did the next 2 cards. And the next time I looked at after that, he had the rest of his predictions because he didn't want to lose that.
And I stand by every one of those predictions.
So, but it has been pretty good. And we actually figured out this, or before we got on recording, that Adam actually favors B block. He actually wins the B block cards, and I actually do really well on the A block cards.
It just works out that way.
So it's actually really good. Because of Adam, though, when you break down the actual number of matches we're getting right per card, I am leading him with 49 correct picks. He has 41. So out of those 10 matches that he didn't pick, if he did really well, even if he got 3 right in each, I'd still be leading him. But it still shows that he's still doing very, very well. And he's had 2 cards where he only won 1. He got 1 correct. So he still did pretty well.
Exactly.
On other nights, there were times where we drew where we both got all 5 right.
That's ridiculous. I mean, yes, we agreed, but getting everything correct on the card.
Yeah, just the fact that we guessed correctly, I think more than one. I've actually done it I'm looking at the cards right now twice. I got on my own, and then we drew once.
Yep.
That way. But yeah, that's it. We've actually done that. So I actually guessed every single match correct once on my own.
Yeah.
Which is, so doing it twice in a tournament, that's awesome. That makes me happy. Especially when as much as I like New Japan, I don't really follow it as much as I probably should. That makes me really happy. So we have 2 cards left. The next 2 cards will be October 10th, this Saturday, and September 11th.
Yes.
So the way we're doing this is the winner of the actual round robins is one defense. Not... What the fuck is going on?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sounds like your phone's ringing. Holy crap, that was lightning outside.
I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Stop recording.
I'm recording again.
Okay, I'm recording again. Hey, sorry about that. My computer is weird, and when my phone rings, it likes to start playing random videos on the internet.
Yep.
So
I'm sorry.
Anyway, what I was talking about
fun.
is the winner of the overall round robin tournament, whoever has the most points will have a successful title defense.
Yep.
Whoever the champion is come Sunday morning, or a title win. Because B block will be that card will. What the fuck? Hold on a second.
Okay.
You have to edit. Don't stop recording. Just edit
No,
this out.
I can do that. I just put it on mute, man.
It is, but because it's linked to my phone, my computer.
Oh.
It's coming through my computer.
Oh. That's weird. Turn the sound off on your computer for a second? Or is that where I'm coming from, too?
It was like one of the people in my thesis who's asking for something. I just texted him, I'm busy. If
Busy
he tries
right
to call
now.
me again, I'm going to tell him, I will call you when I can work.
Yeah. Busy right now, I'll give you a call back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that for another little interruption. This is what happens when you are working on a thesis. Everyone needs to get a hold of you.
Of course.
So whoever has the most points will be the winner of that one. That will be Sunday morning because it's in Japan.
Yep.
And then the next defense will be Monday morning when we have the finals of the G1 Climax tournament. Whoever wins that one will be another title defense or title win.
Right.
So, we're not kidding you. So, Friday night, we could have a new champion or I could have a successful title win. Same thing goes Saturday night. But Sunday morning is immediately could be a new champion. A new champion could be crowned at Takeover, and a new champion could be crowned at a few hours later, Sunday morning, our time. And a new champion could be crowned later Sunday evening at SummerSlam. And a new champion could be crowned a few hours later again on Monday morning from the G1 Climax. It's madness.
Oh, yeah.
But if you think that's nuts, the 31st, when we have All Out, we have NXT UK, not Blackpool, but wherever they are. Cardiff. And then we have the New Japan, I don't know what the name of the show is, but
Royal something.
Yeah. All taking place on the same day, and 2 of those cards taking place at the same time.
Yeah. Or around the same time.
Around the same time. That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting day, too.
Yeah. 3 new title change in 3 cards in the same day. Around the same time for 2 of them. That would be interesting. But yeah, so we will keep you apprised next week of who won the G1 Climax, the round robin, as well as the overall tournament predictions for that one.
Yep.
But before we go forward, let's get to some news, and we'll get to actually our predictions for Takeover and SummerSlam.
Yes. So the first bit of news that I have is that back on the 1st of this month, August 1st, Harley Race passed away.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, he was 76 years old.
Which is actually, I mean, as much as I say it's sad, I mean, because we lost such a great wrestler, but he had a full life.
Yeah.
We're so common to see these days. 35, 40, 50, even 60 is too young for some of these pro wrestlers.
I mean, and it was lung cancer.
Yep.
He was still physically, like, in good shape.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that he was good to go in the ring, but, you know, if he had kept up and decided to stay working in the ring, he probably would have been, you know, having a couple of matches with Terry Funk. Dory Funk. That man is what, 75, 76 years old now? And still putting on at least one match a year?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to
That's ridiculous. Can you imagine actually getting into a ring with somebody who is actually the age of a grandparent, of one of your grandparents? You're just like, dude, or if you're Matt Riddle, he's, you know, older than your grandparents.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you're so old.
Since we're talking about Matt Riddle, this isn't really news, but it's been a fun little Twitter exchange that Matt Riddle's been having lately with legends.
Yes.
Talking about beating up Goldberg.
Yep.
Jericho.
Yeah. Jericho had the best response, though.
I didn't see what his response was.
It's just him turning and facing the camera, but he's putting on, like, he's got like he's fluffed out his blonde hair, so it's coming down almost into his face. He's got a hat on, and he just looks at the camera cross-eyed, just being like, "Durr, hi everybody." It was just like, yeah, no, Jericho's still a heel. Matt Riddle might.
Yep.
This is a moment where I'm like, Matt, you do know that this is all kayfabe, right? You saying that you'd actually fight these guys, your employer would not allow that to happen.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like what he's doing here is he's trying to do something what Velveteen Dream likes to do every so often. Throw out jabs at people. Throw out like different things of people in the main roster.
Yeah.
To get their name out there. And if Goldberg wasn't in his 50s, if you had Goldberg in his prime and you had Matt Riddle right now, that would have been an awesome. I would take that match.
Yeah. I mean, Goldberg in his prime would have been booked to win, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I don't know, because Matt Riddle's actually... Depending on who's booking the match. If it's Vince, yes, Goldberg. If it's Triple H, it's going to be Matt Riddle.
It's being booked in WCW. WCW. Goldberg's going over.
I think Matt Riddle would... Wait. What time period in WCW? Because if it's Bischoff... during Goldberg's undefeated run, yes.
Yeah.
But if it's during Vince Russo run, they're both losing.
Every match was a swerve during Vince's run.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this, you know, so-and-so's the champion. Definitely going to be winning here. They win, and Vince Russo slides out, and he's like, swerve. Nobody thought he was going to win. It's like, no, we all thought he was going to win.
So, Vince, just so you know this, when you have every match in a swerve, that's not a swerve anymore.
No. Then once the swerve becomes the regular, it's no longer a swerve. Then having a regular finish becomes the swerve. You're like, wait, Goldberg won the match because he overpowered his opponent? What? That's a swerve now.
To give you another example, we'll take a Barney Stinson one. Every night is legendary. No, if every night is legendary, no nights are legendary because that becomes the norm.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, going back to Harley Race, he had a great career in wrestling. He offered so much back to the industry.
Yeah.
Overall. So it's sad that we lost him, but condolences go out to the family.
8-time NWA heavyweight champion.
Yep.
He won every single NWA belt along the way, though.
And there's like a billion of them.
Yes, it was, the NWA Mid-Atlantic Southern Championship belt, the Mid-Atlantic Ohio Valley belt.
Yep. If you want a list of how many belts there used to be in the NWA, now, of course, this was based on territories, but it did have officially NWA.
Yes.
On the belt. Go to Wikipedia, type in defunct NWA championships. You'll see how long the fucking list is. Because it was based on the territorial days.
Yeah.
So, also interesting, I caught today about the NWA. Ironically, they're having a new TV show to air in Georgia, Atlanta, starting in this fall, I believe.
Yes. It's it's basically a local show right now.
Yeah, but that's still gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I still don't understand where they're trying to do with the NWA. I think they're either accepting that they're going to be a low-end NWA and try to build back up over a long term. I don't know, but hopefully, who knows?
I really like what Billy Corgan's trying to do and trying to basically save an unexisting but very much there company / idea, and then bringing it basically boiling it down to one thing.
Yep.
Now it would be cool if he just went back to, all right, look, the NWA is going to be a wrestling alliance. I want all these small territories to say that they're going to work with us.
He tried that.
Oh.
Because the NWA did have a few people they were working with still before he bought that, and when he gave the vision of the NWA, those they didn't like that, so they parted ways.
Okay.
I don't know what the vision was, but they parted ways based on what the vision for the company was going.
Fine.
But I don't, as I'm what I've been seeing from the NWA in the last year or so, I honestly don't think they're ever going to get back to the height they were during the territories. I see it the most in like 20 years. They may be able to get to what Ring of Honor has been at back in 2010.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't see them ever really growing not even getting to the size Ring of Honor is now for a very, very long time.
No.
But you know what? That's not a bad thing.
No,
because
it's
NWA
not.
sticks around.
No.
The history of the NWA will still be around.
I would like to see NWA in some way go back to the territories and be like, hey, you independent guys, we'd love for us. What we tour our NWA championship, and every week it's a different venue for your company. It would be cool.
I mean, I don't mind like what they've been doing is having Nick Ellis go on to different people's other shows with the belt to get a little more public recognition on the belt in what the NWA championship. Mm-hmm. Like with Ring of Honor, which they actually NWA and Ring of Honor have part ways in their partnership.
Yes.
So, which actually I think overall is a good thing for them because, well, it was a good thing to start doing for a little bit. It shouldn't have been something that should have lasted for a long period of time. He came in, Nick Ellis did his thing with Ring of Honor, got the belt in there, showed and all that, but now they're moving on to something else.
Yeah.
I actually would love to see AEW and NWA work together for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring in their North American, their national championship for a title defense. Bring in their women's in there for a championship title defense. They're gonna have their AEW is going to have their own champions, but have the NWA come in for a special highlight.
Yeah.
That way you highlight some big names there, as well as from the NWA, and you actually have some big name, like you can have a crossover, which we actually might be getting because I just saw somewhere today that apparently Jazz, who was the longest NWA Women's Champion for the longest time, is actually going to be part of the matchup for the first AEW Women's Championship on the first television show.
She's in the Casino Battle Royale.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's at All Out.
Yep. Much like at Double or Nothing for the men's, the winner of this Casino Battle Royale will be. It's the same rule set as last time, but it's women's. So the winner is in the women's championship match.
Okay, that works.
We have Jazz, which
Yep.
when I watched it and I saw that announcement, I was just like, boom, my head exploded for a second. I giggled and I squeed. And one other person caught my attention and I was just like, oh, I mean, it's going to be cool to see her. I wonder what she'll do. And that's, oh God, it's Rowdy Piper's daughter.
Yes.
Which I don't have her name in front of me right now. I'm truly sorry.
So I thought that was cool. So I like that element, and also because it's All Out, and will be the one almost roughly the 1 year to All In.
Yep.
Where they had a battle, the over the budget battle royal, where the winner got a Ring of Honor championship shot later in the night. This will be putting it towards their first TV show. Where we will get the first women's champion crowned on the first television show, October.
Yeah, October 2nd, which the show in DC is already sold out. Congratulations, guys.
And Adam's hoping to get tickets tomorrow for the one in Boston if he can.
I don't know about that. Who knows?
I said you were gonna try.
I mean, going to see them in Boston on October 9th, just 3 days before my birthday, would be a great birthday present.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, also because being able to be there on their second show.
Yeah, second show. So part of a historic, thing. If I have the money to be able to do this, I could ask someone from work to screen print me a shirt that has the wonderful 4 letters of NEWA, the New England Wrestling Alliance. Check us out every Sunday on the ZOP Gaming channel.
Yeah, to fix that one. You're so used to the other one.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so that'd be awesome. It'll be interesting to see what goes on with all this in NWA.
I like it because one of their ideas is that anybody in the company can turn out to be a champion, and the way you do that is by going through these battle royales, these tournaments. Anyone can win.
Yep.
It's not just you know what, this week I think maybe you could have a match. You don't really you're just like, oh, I can jump into this tournament and I can work my way through.
Yep. So, and Jericho said it best for AEW. What they have to do is, and he pointed out the problem with 205 Live in the same way, is that when you have a new show and you're introducing 10, 15 new people all at once that people don't know of, that doesn't work. So they're going to have to spend time slowly, individually building each of these people so people recognize who they are. And that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
Or WWE just throws them all up on TV and says, get over, because Vince McMahon doesn't care about cruiserweights.
Nope.
And when they don't, he's like, see, cruiserweights don't sell.
It's because you're not giving us a chance to like them.
Because you don't use them correctly, because you already determined that they won't sell, and you're basically sabotaging them from being able to. Whereas when Triple H did the Cruiserweight Classic, he did it correctly because he knew who was going to be watching that.
Yep.
And they would be over. People would know who they are, and
they highlighted who people were.
Learn from it. So, but anyway, going back to the NWA really quickly.
Yep.
Nick Aldis has turned down a contract from All Elite Wrestling.
Ooh.
He was offered actually, from my understanding, a pretty good deal to come over, and he's decided to stick with the NWA.
Yeah, I did see that. He had been offered, and it was just one of those that, from what I was able to, the information I was able to obtain through reading was that he really likes being with the NWA.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, of course, you're their top guy.
He's the top guy, but after he left TNA, he was pretty much gone from wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
He get to the point where he became more known as Mickey James's husband.
Yeah.
But I mean, the people knew who watched him in Impact or TNA. He was good. And NWA Billy Corgan came in and gave him the shot, and has been pushing him and using him and showing him people what he can actually do, and he's actually a good star.
Right.
And why not reward that by sticking with them? Sure,
I mean,
maybe you may not be making the kind of money you would make with AEW, but who knows?
Exactly.
But what else do you have on the list for the news?
Some sad news. Some more sad news.
Oh no.
WCPW / Defiant Wrestling has folded after 3 years.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Oh, you're mean. No, I'm more blown away at the fact that it's been that it's only 3 years.
Yeah, same here. When I saw that article, I was like, "What? Only 3?" It felt like it's been around. I thought it was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it felt like 5 was that it definitely been around for 5. I wouldn't be surprised if they said 6 or 7, but 3.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened in 3 years.
Yeah. But and having a name change halfway through year 2,
yeah,
doesn't help.
I mean, it doesn't help, but the audience stayed.
Oh yeah, because the people they knew it and there was a reason behind it. But again, it still doesn't help with that. It's not as many name changes as Impact has gone through.
Yeah, that's true. # fuck the owl.
Yeah, fuck the owl. But I mean, it sucks. That it folded because it's one more promotion in England that doesn't exist anymore for the talent.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, the talent pool in England by itself has actually been really cut down. I wonder what company came in and snatched up so much talent in the UK European region.
Damn you, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you have to be corporate greedy?
Damn you, New England Wrestling Alliance.
In Japan. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Adam, maybe you should contact them and see if you can get some of them to join your wrestling organization.
I mean, we've got more spots. We only do 4 matches a week, but we can figure out. We can work with you. It's going to be a lot of time that we'll just call you in. Don't worry about it. We'll call you in. We'll ask you to do a match, maybe 3 or 4 matches, over a short period, and then you're welcome. You get plenty of time off, paid benefits with us. Don't worry about it. Biff Stryker's taking care of everything.
And don't worry, like it's even when you are working like 4 or 5 matches back at a time, it's really easy on your body because it's a video game.
Yeah, it's virtual. Don't worry about it.
It's virtual, so you don't actually really take a bump. What else do you got on the list of news?
The WWE 2K20 game is coming up. The announcement of the by the way, the trailer that was dropped for it, I actually like it.
Okay, first off, we gotta cover something first before we actually go into the details on this. This was scheduled to be released at Raw. They did last year. It got leaked onto YouTube through different channels, and it almost like on Sunday, like WWE and 2K like panic and say, "Oh, just get it out there."
Yeah, they dumped it without any fanfare.
Yep. So Vince McMahon was probably pissed, like, "How dare they?
How dare they spoil this?"
Yeah.
No, it's just.
But getting back to what you were saying, the video, it actually wasn't a bad video. I kind of liked it. Interesting note, though, because I just saw this today. I don't know if it for a fact if it was true, but Wrestle Talk zoomed in heavily on this part, and I'm pretty sure it was how Simon of Wrestle Talk is the bartender in the back.
Really?
Because then they were doing the NXT Pro, they said the star, and like they're zooming in the back. I'm like, oh, okay, it just looks like a guy. But they keep going and going, and you can just see him, and like enough where it's like it's not like it's blurred, like grainy, like it's grainy, but like I actually think that really is him because it's enough detail where you're looking at him right there and you're seeing him. I was like, is that him?
I mean, it could be.
So I was like, I guess maybe.
Congratulations, then.
But yeah, so but yes, congratulations to Becky Lynch and the best in the world, Roman Reigns.
The big dog.
The big dog. For being the dual cover of WWE 2K20.
And as they announced it, it's the first time a woman has ever been on the cover of of one of their games.
Yes. And this is not a WWE double speak for and try to cover up for when women just happen to appear in the background of a
except for when
those
China
don't
was
count.
on the cover in the background. Stephanie McMahon was on the cover in the background. I believe Alundra Blaze has been on the cover in the background. Trish Stratus is one of them, I think.
I think Alundra Blaze was on the cover in the background, or one of the clips of the Genesis Raw Super Nintendo Raw game.
Yeah, it's like one of the very early games.
Yeah. So when they say it's the first time a woman's ever been on the cover of a WWE video game, it's clearly they mean as the focal point, the star.
Right.
But it's WWE. We know women have been on the covers before. So they should just say it because they want that clickbait title from the media to say WWE does it again with supporting women in the women's evolution and all that thing, because that's all they care about the women's wrestling.
Well, yeah.
They want the media attention. They don't actually care about the division.
I mean, a great example of that actually has been kind of the women's tag team titles.
Yeah. Bayley spoke out about the women's tag titles, saying she's disappointed how they've been handled, because she and Sasha wanted to make those titles legit, and when they got taken off too quickly, and she thought hopefully the Iconics would get a chance to do that, and they were barely defended. They defended like maybe twice on TV.
In squash matches.
Yeah, squash matches, or when the squash match, or an actual title defense, but they didn't really get a chance to. So she's disappointed with that. But she said now that they have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, she's like, if they turn out to be the ones who actually get to do this, she's happy. She's fine with it. She just wants those belts to be actually taken seriously and important. And newsflash, if you haven't been paying attention, we have new women tag team champions.
Yes.
Because Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss won the belts from the Iconics in a fatal 4-way elimination match where the Iconics were pinned first. And because they had to have a commercial break, I'm assuming, the Iconics flipped out for about 3 minutes around ringside, trying to take the belts and walk away, because you can't have wrestling during an ad break. Which, honestly, I actually think was a good way to do this.
Yes.
Because I watched some of the clips. They are fucking entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
And Billie Kay, when she's just in the background one time, you have Peyton Young at the ref, and you see Billie in the background going,
just throwing an absolute fit. A physical fit, not yelling or
like
anything.
Like a temper tantrum and all that. It was... And then you actually got the fans. It was very light. You could still hear on the mics, but it's like, hey, 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 goodbye. They were singing to them.
Yeah.
It's not like a Stephanie McMahon version of that song, but you still had people singing it, and enough where you could the ring mics and the crowd mics picked it up.
I mean, I kind of feel, though, that it was not... The match itself wasn't balanced that well. It should have had at least one NXT team in there,
yes,
a SmackDown team and a Raw team, and then the champion.
You can't have an NXT tag team in there because there are no women tag teams in NXT at the moment.
Well, then you should bring the belts over there and force a team to show up.
But see, the thing is, they had a women's tag team down there. They split them up when Kairi Sane came up to the ring.
That's true.
To form a match, a tag team with Asuka, Kairi Sane is the one who got pinned by Alexa Bliss, which I'm fine with, because here's the thing: Alexa Bliss is one of the favorites in the back.
Yeah.
by a lot of people. So this may be the way to get those belts pushed. And the Kabuki Warriors.
It's not a good name.
Should be the ones who take the belts off them at like Royal Rumble.
See, that would be cool.
Build them up and build up the tag belts so when they actually lose them to the Kabuki Warriors, it actually means something.
What I would like to see is that the 4 main shows, the women's tag belts actually really get like presented.
Yes.
And you can have them, at, pay-per-views in between, but it's not going to be like the IC title. It's not going to be like the, I don't know, the Raw tag titles.
You mean the IC title that's not being defended at SummerSlam at the moment?
Well, yeah, see, more like the IC title then.
Kind of like the IC title that was randomly thrown on Extreme Rules the day of for the pre-show.
Exactly like the IC title then.
And then changed hands on the pre-show.
Okay, not exactly like that, but it has the women's tag titles on Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and wait, did I Rumble? Oh, Survivor Series. It's got a spot on the main card, no matter what.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I think would be the best way to cover this, because there's too many championships in WWE right now.
Yeah, you think?
So, and here's actually thing I actually just thought about. I thought this popped in my head, and I actually like it. Make the women's tag titles the main the title belts you will be seeing defended on TV consistently, not week to week, but every few weeks you'll get a women's tag title match.
Okay.
Make it so like either SmackDown or Raw, the belts will be defended every so often, and make that so like you'll guarantee you're gonna have a title defense every so often, and this way you're establishing this brand as almost like a television championship in a sense.
Okay.
To build them up,
so that at some point they become very important.
So then when you someone actually says, no, let's actually put these belts on a main pay-per-view like the Royal Rumble. Actually, it wouldn't be the Royal Rumble because they need all the women they can in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
So like WrestleMania or SummerSlam or just another pay-per-view. So they're like, okay, this is being taken care of. But yeah, so that was interesting. What else do we have on the news?
That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for news.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of more news out there, but
that's
honestly,
all we feel like talking about because we have forever and a day with you doing 5 matches for NXT, and then we have 10 matches. 10 matches for SummerSlam.
That'll take me like 3 minutes to do.
I know.
Speaking of the predictions, let's jump in with the card that will be not the best card of the night, of the weekend, okay. SummerSlam.
All right. We'll start there.
So we're going to start from number 1. Brock Lesnar defending the Universal Championship against Seth Rollins. Is this going to be... Are we going to get Brock Lesnar dropping the belt, do you think?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope. Brock is retaining here. Look, if Seth had kept his mouth shut and not said that he was going to win at SummerSlam, I would have said that his chances of winning were about 75-ish% chance of winning. Because he said that, it has dropped down to 13.3%. But you got to add in the fact that Big Papa Pump still exists. So therefore, Seth Rollins' chances drop down to a 3.14%. And that's pie. And pie is really tasty. And you know who likes pie? Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar's going to win this match.
I thought you were going to say it was The Rock, because The Rock is always talking about pie.
No, that's just your mom's pie. That's my one per show.
So
thank you for setting me up on that one.
You're more than welcome. You like my mom's pie?
Whew.
That's on you. Anyway, Yeah, but then what's the story that they're telling with this? Because you had to think the story was because we didn't get the actual match that they were supposed to have at WrestleMania. Basically, they're doing it now to really put over Seth Rollins as a legit champion going forward. Because if Seth loses, who's going to take the belt off him?
Do you really want me to say it?
It's not going to be Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. It's the big dog himself.
No, it's not, because he's going to be the one who probably takes the belt off of the person who takes it off of Kofi like a week later.
How do you think they're going to unify the titles? Roman Reigns will be the first unified Universal WWE champion.
WWE World Universal Heavyweight
Open weight champion.
Ultimate X Division Cruiserweight champion
of WCW.
Of AEW.
Of the WWF. You're like, wait, what? That doesn't even exist anymore.
They're gonna throw in the NAWE championship.
Oh, the New England Wrestling Alliance Championship. Which
Yes.
Tomorrow on this channel, that episode will be going up, and it will be the final of our first championship tournament, where we will be crowning in the main event our champion. Check it out. You'll find out who's part of it. It's crazy. We've had an A block, a B block, a losers bracket. It's crazy.
You explained the rules for your tournament to me a month ago. I was just like,
okay, so the tournament was relatively simple. You have A block, you have B block.
We don't have time to go over the rules. But
Okay,
you just explained to me. It was like you just tried to make it the most difficult tournament you could possibly come up with.
It's not me. It's Biff Stryker. Everyone knows that Biff Stryker, when booking, goes absolutely crazy. I'm just a play-by-play guy. That's all I am.
Kind of like Vince Russo. All right, so you're going with Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
I think you're kind of right here. I think there might be some backlash from he's been on Twitter.
Oh, of course, there's going to be backlash, but
I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins because I just don't see what they can do with Seth. Because Wrestle Talk pointed it out when their predictions. They said if Seth loses, there's nothing. It's done. You're not getting him back over again. His comments on Twitter and then losing to Brock Lesnar, and doing the same cycle that we've had already.
See, they're overestimating the simplicity of Vince McMahon. Remember, he spent 5 years, quote unquote, trying to get Roman Reigns over. All the while going, Roman Reigns, you're definitely getting the push this time. No, you're not. This time, you're definitely getting the push. No, you're not. For 5 years.
There's a reason why I say Seth, because it's Heyman has almost full control over Raw now.
Yes.
And that's the belt that he has control over. And I think that he chose to do Brock cashes on Seth so they could do the match right for SummerSlam and put him over to try to get him. But
nope.
I don't know. We'll see.
Nope. I trust that Heyman has a plan for this entire thing, and it's going to be one of those that I don't know. I feel like Rollins is going to get trounced in this match, or Brock is going to pull a Brock, come out, get in the ring, wait for the bell to ring, and then leave. Literally grab the belt, look at whoever's trying to tell him no, and just leave. And every time that Seth comes over, like, Brock just shoves him away. Like, Brock physically can outdo him, but he doesn't want to be there for the match. And Seth's just like, what are you doing? And he just walks away.
It could be.
10 count happens, and Seth is declared the winner of the match. But and how's that for just trolling the fans at the end of SummerSlam? Brock Lesnar, or even this, Brock Lesnar doesn't even report.
It could be.
Like, the match is announced and no one comes out.
Who knows? I'm going to go with, I think he's going to go with Seth.
Okay.
But only time will tell. All right, so our next matchup, we have Becky Lynch versus Natalya. I'm just going to put BL for both of us.
Yes, both of us are taking Becky Lynch in this one.
You know what the ironic thing is? I just realized this because they're on the card, on the Google spreadsheet thing.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar both have the same initials.
Yes, they do.
I just realized that. I'm like, damn. Good thing we're not gonna get a Becky Lynch Brock Lesnar match because
It would just be a BL versus BL.
Yeah, like so. No, I got it right. No, I got it right. Oh,
We
crap,
both
didn't
chose
think this
BL.
through. We both picked BL. Which one did you pick? I picked Becky Lynch, but she
No,
won.
I'm just like,
so
I
did
picked the winner.
No, you picked Lesnar. No, you did. So yeah.
No.
I will say this: as much as the feud with Natalya is not the feud I wanted going into SummerSlam for Becky Lynch, it's far better and got Becky back more on track than what she was going into WrestleMania.
Yes.
After the whole goddamn Lacey Evans.
Natalya at least is a little bit more of a challenger for the belt.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans shouldn't have been out there.
No.
Like, she's still an undercard.
Yeah, they should have been building her. You know when they said these new NXT stars were on their way, and you started having her do her little catwalk thing? Maybe instead of doing that stupid catwalk, you put her in a match.
Yeah.
And you keep doing that, and she gets heat, and then by Royal Rumble a year later, or even Survivor Series, you put her in the opposite team of like the champion. And she eliminates the champion.
Yeah.
Which would allow for a match at Royal Rumble. Oh, no. You actually build a star instead of just shoving her in there because she's blonde.
Yeah.
All right. The next matchup is Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. I'm going to say we're both picking Kofi here.
Yeah, I am definitely saying that Kofi's going to retain here. I don't feel that anybody helps if Randy wins here.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, this for me is more. This is the payoff of the old Orton Kofi Kingston, where we were talking. We had just started talking when that was going on, wasn't it? No.
No, because that was back in 2010.
Yeah. Sorry.
2009.
I was watching that with it was my buddy Owen. We were super into that program, and then it dissipated. Yeah. It just disappeared.
Yeah, because, I still remember the night where Randy Orton did something to Kofi Kingston, and the Raw ended with Kofi just destroying Randy through the crowd. Did the boom thing through a table.
Yeah,
and it was just like, that's the Kofi Kingston we need, and then it just fizzled out.
And then it was 2 weeks later, nothing. They had one more match, and then it was done.
Yeah,
and the match wasn't even all that spectacular.
Yep,
the build-up was better.
Yeah, but that was around the time where WWE had a really good build-up for their pay-per-views, especially like a WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, and then the matches were just terrible.
Yeah, the payoff was such a letdown. But yeah, this is where Kofi needs to, I feel that this run of Kofi as champion is putting to rest all of these old ghosts.
Yeah, well, because one of the things is that people were saying he's had a lackluster title run because he's been in matches with people who aren't really been champion. Yes, Kevin Owens is considered a championship material, but he was thrown in there too early because Bryan was injured.
Right.
Dolph Ziggler thing was he came back because Owens wouldn't go to Name Redacted show.
Right.
That fight, the fight in the parking lot somewhere in Jersey.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
in Central
Dolph
Jersey too.
Yeah, Dolph stuck around again way too long. So it's just like this. So Randy Orton was like, "Oh, okay, we finally get this big challenge." And from what people have been saying, it's been a lackluster build. So just again, it feels like it's not really continuing this. Kofi's the champ, and if Randy wins here, what was the story? The story was, Kofi's finally he wants to beat Orton to prove when Orton held him down a decade ago.
And Orton's still gonna hold him down.
And then the story is, Orton was right back then, and he's right now because he beat Kofi. No. So.
See, what I would like to see is that you know what? I'll get to it in a little while, but I do want Kofi to Kingston to win here, and I'd like him after this to move on to somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I just want one match between these two.
Yep.
All right, so the next matchup we have is Kevin Owens with his career on the line versus the best in the world, the Omni-Shane, Shane McMahon. Yes, that's right, Wrestle Talk. I stole another one of your lines. So, who do you got?
I have the least sweaty man in this match. I'm taking Kevin Owens.
Ooh, KO.
The reason is I want KO to finish Shane here and go on to actually have a true feud or program with Kofi.
Yeah. No, I'm going with Shane McMahon because, I kind of hope I'm wrong with this one, but I think the better story here for Owens in the long run is him losing here because McIntyre, Elias, basically everyone in the Omni-Shane stable don't have a match. So they can get involved here and cost them the match. So, and also with Owens losing, you have another month worth of story.
That's true.
To build of Kevin still showing up and to get his job back. And this could lead to a Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon tag team match at Survivor Series where if Shane loses, he has to leave.
It's going to be Team Owens versus Team McSweaty Balls.
Yeah. And this way, then that would write Shane off there.
Yes.
I kind of hope they do it now, but I mean, they've cut down on Shane dramatically since Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with if they go that direction where we don't get Shane off TV until Survivor Series, because he's not on Raw every week as well.
That's true.
So I'm going with Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Wait a minute. Oh, we forgot him. We forgot a match.
Actually, crap. You know what? No. I am going to go with Shane. I am going to change it to Shane.
Nope. I put it down as
I'm going to go in there. I'm going to change it now. I'm going to change it.
I'm going to change it. I changed it.
Okay. For me, it's going to be the fact that you pointed out all of Shane's minions can come down and interfere. And Shane being the GM or commissioner, whatever his position, he's a McMahon, can just be like, I'm changing the rules. I'm changing the rules. Basically pulling a Vince McMahon.
You know what the funny thing is? That was the exact thing that at Wrestle Talk's prediction they did, and they took it for another step longer. He's like, I'm changing the rules, but I can't be disqualified.
Yeah,
Owens can.
He can still be disqualified. I can't be.
So the match I overlooked because no one seems to care about it, which I don't know why, because it'll probably be a good match, but Ember Moon going after Bayley's SmackDown Championship.
Yes, she is.
She started off strong, and then all of a sudden, she got jobbed to Alexa Bliss randomly.
Yep.
And she lost again this past week to Charlotte or someone, I don't know, but so why should anybody care about this? Because apparently the rumor, Vince McMahon doesn't like Ember Moon as a person backstage.
Okay.
Reason. And I don't know. But who do you think? Do you think Ember Moon's going to win this?
No, I'm taking Bayley to retain.
So do I. I kind of hope I'm wrong, and I hope Bayley loses here because I think that'd be good. I mean, it'll be a surprise. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Ember.
Okay. Because she's got a great stunner.
I think they're going to want some surprises here, and this would be one you could do the surprise with. I don't think if they do make the title change, it's going to be a long reign. I think Bayley will win it back like on SmackDown or something like that.
Oh, okay. It'll just be she'll get caught off guard type of finish.
Maybe something like that, but we'll get the title will be re-changed hands or something like that. Maybe I'll be wrong. She'll actually get a run, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But I think there could be a title change here just for the hell of it.
I don't think Vince McMahon understands Ember Moon's character enough to be able to give her a long run or any kind of run.
You're not blonde. Why would I put the belt on you?
Yeah. Why are your eyes red? Because I'm part werewolf. That doesn't make any sense. Now, Brutus the Beefcake Barber made sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. The Undertaker makes sense. I have that type of character.
I know. All right, so the next match, I think could be, I don't know if it'll be the match of the night, but it's going to be a standout of the night.
It's going to be an interesting match.
Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, The Fiend.
The Fiend is winning.
Fiend's first match.
The Fiend is winning here.
Yes.
The sad part is because it's backstage stuff that he's going to win.
Because Finn is basically taking 2 months off. So it's most likely, why not put him over, give a big win? Which will lead us to our question. We won't answer it right now, but just so people will get out there. One of our questions for the tiebreaker is, will we see Demon Finn? Because we have had matches, especially at SummerSlam, where it was just Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, and the Demon came out instead.
Personally, I don't want the Demon to come out against the Fiend this time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Finn needs to lose like a quick match.
Well,
let him get some offense on, but overall it should be almost just shy of a squash. So when he returns, you have a program set up, and you can have him bring out the Demon, and then the Demon can lose.
So I want it to be 3 matches over a period of time, of course. First one is this one. Finn comes out. It's Finn, not Demon. Loses to the Fiend. The next match, it's the Demon comes out, but it's Bray Wyatt out there. And Bray Wyatt loses. Bray Wyatt's like, I thought my friend Finn was going to come out and wrestle me, but I guess I got this Demon to deal with. Oh, he beat me. Shucks. The third match, it's the Fiend and the Demon. And that one, honestly, you could flip a coin and see how well they're getting over with the crowd. Because the Fiend is getting over. And
the Fiend's already over.
Finn is already over. Like, but people love Finn. And
Vince refuses to recognize it.
And I'm also really jealous of Finn because supposedly he doesn't do like any cardio.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see why he doesn't do any cardio, but that's what I've heard.
No, I don't know if it's one of those that he's like, no, I don't go to the gym and specifically work on cardio. I do a ton of, quick sit-ups, this. I do running in the back, sprints. But, I can see, because, seriously, the man moves at a speed and consistently that he must do some cardio workout. There must be...
Well, there are definitely... When you say cardio workout, he doesn't do a cardio workout. I don't want to think like he's running, the elliptical, stuff like that.
Endurance.
There's ways to get that same kind of cardio, but just on your normal weightlifting.
Right.
It's a different way of doing it. So that I'm assuming that without reading what he said or anything like that, I just assume that's probably what he does.
I mean, he probably... the fact that he has, an 8-pack going on, he probably does, 200 sit-ups. And he's like, I just go until I'm tired. And that's cardio.
Will not get you a 6-pack or an 8-pack. They will strengthen your abs, but if you don't eat right, if you don't...
Well, yeah, that stuff too, but he probably does a core workout until he's tired.
Yeah, but that alone, even a core workout until you're tired, is still not going to get your abs showing. A lot of it is your diet. Well, if you don't have a strong diet, your abs will never show.
He has a very, very amazing diet, so.
Yes.
I'm jealous. Oh, God, he's like Bruce Lee toned.
Our next matchup is for the United States Championship. AJ Styles defending his newly won title from last Extreme Rules against Ricochet.
Look, I really want to say AJ Styles. Actually, you know what? No, I really, really, really want to say Ricochet. But I know how the WWE machine works. They don't believe that Ricochet is over enough with the crowd right now to put that belt back on him.
See, I think here's what I think. I want to see them do, because now that the OC have won the Raw Tag Team titles and they're actually being used correctly, I would rather see here AJ drop the US belt
and then go after the
roll up, and then go after the Universal. Let Seth win the Universal Championship now, and then drop the belt at Hell in a Cell. To AJ.
Nope. Here it is. AJ drops the belt to Ricochet. AJ ends up in a feud with Brock. Remember, Brock's willing to really put on a good match with AJ. Yeah, they put on a good match, and Brock loses. AJ's the Universal Champion. Seth could never get the job done. Now Seth can go after AJ.
Can't happen, because AJ's a heel, and they wouldn't want AJ would get cheered against Brock Lesnar.
Well, yeah. That's all you have to do. You treat him the same way that you treat Adam Cole. Adam Cole gets cheered. He's a heel.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Oh, it's Vince.
Triple H knows how to work that.
I know.
Vince McMahon won't allow that. If you're a heel and you're getting cheered, no, that's not allowed. You're not doing your job if you're getting cheered as a heel.
Yeah, but there's heels that do... Well, there's heels that do heel things, but people still like them, a.k.a. The Miz. At one point, Dolph Ziggler. That's not Dolph Ziggler's the most boring person on the planet now. For promos.
That's because he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
He's there for the paycheck.
But AJ
please, Dolph,
a fan favorite.
Please leave WWE.
Who's a heel.
Go to AEW.
Yeah. But AJ's a fan favorite who's a heel.
I know. But anyway, who's your pick?
Well, because it's WWE and it's Vince's planning, AJ is going to win here.
This is another match that it's actually Paul Heyman's call.
I know, but I feel that this is a call that came down from above, from the higher power himself.
I'm going with Ricochet because I think the OC is getting over enough where it makes more sense for AJ to go after the Universal Championship.
I also see AJ. I don't know. I give it a little while. I feel that later on this year, Ricochet will have gotten. It's really sad to say it this way. I think Ricochet's merch sales will increase enough to get on Vince's radar to go, all right, I'll put a belt on him. The U.S. belt right on this kid. And Triple H is like, yeah, I had the North American belt on him already. Oh, God, I hate you, Vince. Just retire already.
So I've done you a favor. I already filled in your pick for the next matchup because it's obviously going to be Goldberg.
Nobody
wins.
Like, honestly, I'm looking at this match and I'm just going, so how did this match even come about? Did Goldberg show up and was just like, anybody want to have a match with me? And Ziggler's like, well, I was going to ask the same question, but you got to it first, so yeah, I'll have a match with you.
So the rumor is that it's been planned for Goldberg to be his opponent from the start, even though it looked like he was starting a feud with The Miz again.
Yeah.
because Goldberg basically said on Twitter he needs to come back so he can overwrite his last match with The Undertaker. It was horrible.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, I don't know anything about that match because it supposedly happened in a parking lot in New Jersey.
With no cameras.
With no cameras. Absolutely no cameras. So none of it really exists.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, we're gonna go. I picked there. Oh, by the way, I did you another favor. I picked your prediction for the next matchup too. I put Charlotte Flair winning over Trish Stratus.
I do feel that Trish shouldn't be going over Charlotte immediately.
No, I absolutely think Trish should win this matchup.
Oh,
because
I wish Trish would win.
Oh, so do I. But here's the thing: Trish should win this matchup for many reasons. One, the fact that you had Charlotte Flair lose to the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Amber Moon, and then later in the same show said, "I'll have a SummerSlam opponent that will make Amber Moon look like a nothing." Basically, breaking down your number one contender for your championships. Why even bother? So it's obviously another attempt to get Flair over, to show that she's the head of the division. No. If to do this right, no one thinks Trish is going to win this match. If she wins, it's like, it doesn't hurt Flair because it's like it will actually make people happy. And then you could have Charlotte Flair beat her later on.
Okay.
But if she's willing to come back for another match, you can get her for a few more matches. But this match shouldn't even be happening. She should be having another match with someone else like Bayley, Becky Lynch.
I know.
But nope, it has to be Charlotte Flair because she's blonde.
Yep. Oh, and that's the reason that I'm having Charlotte Flair win. Is one, she's blonde. Two, her last name is Flair, and she has to be the top of her division.
No, I'm the reason why you picked Charlotte because I put it down before you without you even saying it. So I picked it for you.
Nope. I put these down earlier tonight on my own piece of paper here that I was reading off from. And
sure you did. Okay,
and I wrote them down hours ago.
So the last matchup on the card that we know of, which will guarantee be on the pre-show, is Drew Gulak defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Oney Lorcan.
Drew is retaining.
Yep. All right, so we have on to our questions.
Yes.
How many championships will change hands?
You ready for my answer?
Yep.
0.
Ooh, he's going with 0.
It's I'm taking a hot take on that one. Nothing changes hands.
So I have at least 2 titles changes hands. Actually, I have 3 technically. I'm going to actually go with only 2 though.
Okay. I'll see what you're doing here.
So our next question is, will we see Demon Finn? I'm going to say no.
I'm saying no as well.
Okay.
I don't feel that this is the way that Demon should go out. Is a loss and then sudden disappearance. I don't feel that would work.
I think that you could, but I don't know. But I agree. I feel like this should be more of a build to the Demon feud. So that. And our last one is, what will be the match of the night?
Styles and Ricochet.
You're wrong. You're wrong on so many levels. It's clearly going to be either Goldberg and Dolph Ziggler or Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, obviously.
Now, at the same time, though, the Owens and McMahon match could be a very, very interesting match, but I'm going off from what I want to see as, what the style of wrestling that I'm interested in, and that's a lot of chain wrestling. And I feel I'm going to get that from Styles and Ricochet. But I am still very much interested in what Owens and McMahon's match's going to be, because one of them is Owens is being forced to quit if he loses.
The Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon match is going to be the fun match of the night.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be the match where it's like, people are going to be like, this was the match of the night because it was so exciting. but it's not gonna be like when you break it down the actual match, it's gonna be like there's not gonna be a lot of wrestling like that. It'll be a good story and fun, like violent, like beat down stuff like that.
That one I feel could be if booked correctly, have the Attitude Era feel to it, where there's run-ins, there are confusion moments. The ref doesn't have control over the match, but still decides to just call what he sees in front of him.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna move on to the better show of this weekend.
Yes.
For WWE, NXT Takeover Toronto. So we have 5 matches, and for the first time since when Asuka debuted, we actually have 2 women matches.
Whoo! It's gonna be crazy, man.
So we're actually gonna start down at the bottom of the list. We're gonna start out with Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. Sorry, I had to steal another one from you, Wrestle Talk. That's right, I stole another one. Io Shirai, who's now a heel.
Okay.
Wrestle Talk was pointing out that this feud right here was clearly supposed to be Io and wow, I can't think of. And what's her name of the Kabuki Warriors? I just said her name. Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane. Okay.
This was clearly what this feud was supposed to be, but because Kairi Sane got called up to the main roster, they had to fit in Candice LeRae.
Thank you, Vince. Jeez.
So, but all right. So, who do you think is gonna win? Should I just put Io Shirai down for you?
I really want to see Candice LeRae win, though.
I don't. Candice LeRae is not going to get hurt by a loss here. Because what they need to do with Candice LeRae, because she hasn't really had matches on Takeover. She's had a few on NXT NXT cards. What they need to do, they need to build her up.
Yeah.
She can take the loss here, and just start building her up. Let Io Shirai take her wins and get her over. So when the time comes to put the belt on her, it'll be like Candice can be the one who takes the belt off her.
All right.
So, but who are you putting down officially, though?
Io Shirai, then.
Okay. I am doing the same. Okay, the next one is for the NXT Women's Championship. We have Shayna Baszler defending her Women's Championship against Mia Yim. And apparently, I guess the storyline going into this is that Mia Yim has done the one thing that no challenger since the debut of the other horsewomen at Evolution, WWE's Evolution.
Yeah, what's
has
that?
Done. Taken out the other horsewomen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, part of the NXT TV is, like, she's been taking them out. Which just means, they're going to show up and cost her the match. Mia the match. Now, the question is, a lot of people were saying, like, for Wrestle Talk, they were talking about, like, does Mia feel like the right person to take the belt off her? Well, it depends on if Shayna's getting called up. I know who I wanted to take the belt off her, and I actually think the plan was for Dakota Kai to take the belt off Shayna during the takeover at WrestleMania. But because Dakota Kai tore her ACL, they couldn't do that. So they kind of extended Shayna Baszler's run with the belt much longer to when she came back, and apparently she's gonna be coming back soon because she was showing out ring gear on, I guess, like Instagram or something like that.
Oh.
But they said it seemed that it looked like more like tag team ring gear, which no.
All right.
But Dakota Kai seems to be the right person because when Shayna Baszler first came to NXT after the Mae Young Classic, the first one, Dakota Kai got destroyed by her like multiple times. They were still in this past year. They were building like towards possibly having her. She had a match and lost at NXT show, but it was still one of the things. It felt like that was the person they were gonna go. They were trying to build up to do that, take the belt off her.
Okay.
And if she's coming back from her knee injury, she should be the one. But if they're gonna put her with a tag team with also now returning Tegan Knox, who's the one who's returned back from that nasty knee injury from last year's Mae Young Classic, where she basically tore everything in her knee.
Yeah.
And they are friends. Then the question is, should Mae Young then be there? I know how I feel. If you're not going to put the belt on Dakota Kai, be the one, then have Mia Yim take the belt.
Definitely.
Then you have at either on NXT TV or at the Takeover in for War Games, NXT War Games. You have Io Shirai take the belt off Mia Yim, and you let Io run wild for a long time.
Oh, cool.
Building back up to almost all the way up to SummerSlam, next year's SummerSlam, where Candice takes the belt off Io.
Sounds like a good plan.
Or Dakota Kai. I would feel Dakota Kai just because I love Dakota Kai. Or Tegan Knox. But I wouldn't be opposed to Candice LeRae, but they really have to build up Candice.
Right.
She hasn't been built up. She's been built up as Johnny Gangaro's wife.
Yeah.
So they really have to build her up if they're going to eventually put the belt on her. Which I'm fine with, but build her up. But I feel Dakota Kai should get the belt first. All right. So who do you pick?
Mia Yim.
You're going with Mia?
Yep.
You know what the funny thing is? Every time I pick, every time, I'm the one picking the other person. Always picking the opponent wrong. Now you're picking Mia Yim, and I want to pick Shayna. I wanted Dakota Kai. But I am actually going to go with Mia Yim.
Okay.
Because I do think, based on what they may put Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai together, so because they both are coming back from knee injuries to protect them for a little while, and then once they've gotten back their routine and they're solid, then they can split them off into singles.
Right.
And all that. The one thing I do want to see at some point with Tegan Knox in NXT, and now that it seems like we are actually getting Pete Dunne officially over in the official NXT, no longer in NXT UK.
Right.
We don't know for sure, but I want to see those two have a mixed tag team feud with someone.
That would be cool.
Because they were a team on the indies for years. There's photos of them both like biting their belts at an indie show.
That's cool. That's cool.
So I want to see that. Which ironically, speaking of Pete Dunne, our next matchup is for the North American Championship, where we have Velveteen Dream defending the belt against Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong of Undisputed Era. So this becomes the question. Will Undisputed Era walk out with all the gold? Because last month, the last Takeover 25, they couldn't walk out with all the gold because they didn't have someone going for the North American Championship.
Right.
But now that they do have, all the Undisputed Era has title shots, or defending with Adam Cole. So will they walk out, or will we get the reverse of last Takeover, where Undisputed Era will win every match, and then Johnny Gargano will beat Adam Cole to take the belt from him?
All right.
So that's the question. So who do you think is going to win this one?
Pete Dunne.
Ooh, you're going with Pete Dunne.
Yes.
Not a bad choice.
He is.
I think it's
and I'm calling this too. He's going to be pinning Roderick Strong.
And then we could get the Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream at like Takeover War Games or something like that.
Yes. I
could see something like that going like that. But I am going with Roderick Strong. I do want Undisputed Era to walk out with all the gold, because Adam Cole made this bold prediction that 2019 was going to be the year of the Undisputed Era. And
it's going to happen.
Just not this card?
War Games is their last show of the year, right?
Yes, before the Takeover. Well, yes and no.
Okay. What's the no?
Yes, because it'll be the end of 2019, but no, because they still have one in Royal Rumble, and the year ends after WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, he said 2019 will be their year.
I know.
So yeah,
but here's the thing.
At War Games, they'll be walking out with all the gold.
But see, the thing is, though, but that's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure Undisputed Era will be in War Games again.
Okay. Well, either way,
so
Roderick Strong is not going to be having the title.
I think he is. I think it's time that they have it because, and the thing is, if you look at Undisputed Era's booking since they debuted, they've been positioned. You could see Triple H is like looking. He's like, these are the guys. These is going to be the antithesis of NXT. When they first came in, he couldn't put Adam Cole right into the title picture because he already had that benchmarked for Aleister Black,
right?
And then Johnny Gargano, like that storyline. So you couldn't do that there. So bringing the North American Championship because he had more talent you can do. I'm pretty sure Adam Cole in Velveteen Dream was the sole reason they brought the North American Championship in.
Probably.
And when you got Ricochet, he's like, he was added to the list. There's another reason why we're doing this. So I'm pretty sure that was the reason why. One of the reasons why. And also, it was the perfect time to do it, too.
All right.
But you could tell he's pushing. He's waiting. He's not going to break up Undisputed Era because eventually he's going to do that 4 horsemen thing where they own all the gold.
But that's not happening here.
I think it is. So let's go move on because this next matchup should be super obvious because, well, the champions are officially actually on the Raw roster. They just can't have matches until they drop the NXT titles because Vince McMahon will not let someone from the developmental pin a main roster team.
Yeah.
Because developmental cannot be there. And they can't have them go in and lose their matches, so they've just been doing backstage stuff. And you can't keep having them do that.
Yeah.
No matter how charismatic Montez Ford is on the mic, you gotta eventually get them in the ring.
True.
So I'm just gonna put it. We're getting the first 3-time NXT Tag Team Champions.
Undisputed Era is walking out Tag Team Champions.
It's breaking their own record, by the way.
Yes.
No other team has been a 2-time Tag Team Champion. Only the Undisputed has. They're now
awesome.
breaking that record, their own record, to become 3-time NXT Tag Team Champions. Okay, this leads us to Adam Cole defending against Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls. Now, I know what viewers may be thinking, fans. Didn't we get this already at WrestleMania's Takeover? You would be correct. But we're not talking about that kind of 2 out of 3 falls. We're talking about the 2 out of 3 falls that Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Triple H at the time still, and Stone Cold Steve Austin had, where every fall is a new kind of match.
Yes.
And so the matches we have is Adam Cole says he wants a one-on-one match because he knows he's that good that he can get that win. And then you have Johnny Gargano who wants a street fight.
Yes.
But only William Regal knows what the third match type will be if it's needed. So, will Adam Cole retain?
No.
Oh, you're going with Johnny Gargano?
Yes.
I'm going with Adam Cole.
Johnny Wrestling is walking out the champion on this because, and this is going to be awesome, because very soon Tommaso Ciampa is going to come back. And Adam Cole is going to want to get a rematch, or he wants to get back after Johnny. It's going to be one of those that Tommaso is going to step up and go, no, you have to go through me to get to him. All the while, Johnny's going to be like, oh, cool, I got my friend back. And then once Ciampa actually beats Cole. Like, it's going to be one of those that, Ciampa beats Cole and then turns and just goes, yeah, no, I did that so I can go after it. I want Goldie back. And then...
So, just so you know...
Yeah.
If that happens, Cole won't be... Undisputed Era will not be draped in all the gold in 2019. Second of all, the rumor is Tommaso Ciampa is coming back soon.
Yes.
And by soon, I mean the rumor is he's going to walk out and challenge the winner of the championship match.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
So-
Johnny Gargano.
No, it's going to be Adam Cole.
We're going to get
Because-
Gargano versus Ciampa 4.
No, we're going to get Adam Cole versus versus Tommaso Ciampa. But
Sorry.
okay, so we have our predictions
Yes,
for
we do.
SummerSlam and NXT Takeover Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comment section what you thought of our prediction. We're not done yet because we do have questions. We now have 4 questions
Okay.
because I thought of another question to ask.
All right.
It was a dumbfounded question. I should have known. But I'm not going to tell you. It's a mystery. Only I know what that question is at the moment.
Okay, well, for what's the first
Okay,
question?
the first question is, will there be a newly signed talent in the crowd or shown backstage? Yes or no?
You know what? Yes.
And by newly signed means it's someone who just signed with NXT. It can't be someone who was already signed and they're finally getting their tape. They're being promoted as debuting soon. No, they have to be newly signed.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I'm going to say yes, too. Because our next one is, will there be a promo for a debuting talent? This would be that, or someone who's already signed, like Damian Priest, who was, I can't remember who his name was from. His original name was from, he was from Ring of Honor. Can't think of it was.
No,
Martinez, whatever. For Damian Priest, his new name, Damian Priest.
You know what? Yes.
So you're going yes.
Yes.
Usually if we get the crowd thing, we don't get the promo, but I'll still say yes. These things only matter if we have a tie. And chances are we're not going to have a tie.
Probably not.
Because we have 2 matches that we disagree on out of 5 matches. But anyway, also the next question is, will Undisputed Era walk out with all the gold? So my answer is yes.
My answer is no.
And the final question, the mystery question you finally we have to get to because we need a tiebreaker. Oh, wait, we don't because, again, we can't really have a tiebreaker. But we'll do it anyway just for the fun of it. What will be the final fall in the NXT match? What stipulation? What will it be?
Oh. Because we have a street fight, we have a straight match.
Yep.
Steel cage.
Ooh. That's what I was kind of thinking of. But the thing is, the steel cage is above the ring. So if they put it's above the ring, we'll know what it is during the match.
Right. It'll
So
be one of those that, as the show starts, Regal just announces it right then and there.
See, I don't think that will. I think they're gonna build this up to the full.
Oh yeah, because they don't do the old school steel cages where they came out and set it up.
Unless Triple H decide to go that route.
I mean, that would be cool.
Say, we're bringing back the old school one so we can keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. The blue bars.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Because that was the one that you brought out. And you attached to the ring. That would be awesome.
It was a steel cage. It wasn't a chain link fence.
No. It was a little bars. But I don't think we'll get a steel cage match because I'm thinking of it now. That will be the main event of next Takeover.
Yeah.
Because of War Games. I'm going to go with a last man standing.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
I think it's going to be something along the lines where it's going to be like, okay, well, you had pinfalls or anything. Each person got a pinfall or a submission off each other.
Now one of you has to not stand up.
Yeah, now you actually got to go to... We got here, we have to have a definitive winner. We have to know the truth. And it's going to go until one person cannot get back up.
And the way that you should do that, though, is it should go the street fight, the straight match, and then the last man standing. So they're both like, okay, well, we're just in a lot of pain now.
Because you'll start with, because they always did this when they did the WWE did this back in the Attitude, not the Attitude era, but the Ruthless Aggression era, when they brought this in at the kind of the end of the Attitude into the Ruthless Aggression era. They always had a straight match.
Yep.
And they had 2 stipulation matches. Generally, it was almost always a Hell in a Cell match, but they did have a few cage matches, or the first one had a cage match. Other was like a last man standing match, but it was generally almost always a Hell in a Cell after that thing. So you always had the normal rules match first, because Adam Cole requested that one. Johnny Gargaro's got to win that one.
Yes. Because
Johnny Gargano wants the hardcore match, Adam Cole's going to win that one. So then we get to whatever the final fall will be. I think it should be the last man standing. But here's the thing: the last man standing match, I think we're going to get some kind of Undisputed Era interruption. Maybe not like they actually attacked Johnny Gargano, but they come like last month when Adam Cole did the fake out to calm him down.
Yeah. But
they didn't come out. This time they're actually going to come out to actually distract Gargano, because he's not going to fall. He's not going to fall for that again. But then they actually rush the ring, and he's like, "What?" And then Adam Cole will get the pinfall that way. But they don't actually touch him.
Right.
This will then lead to the release for the last man standing match or the cage match, because it'll keep out the Undisputed Era.
Exactly.
We all know that doesn't happen in cage matches anymore, or ever really did. But if it is the last man standing match, it'll be Undisputed Era is banned from ringside, and if they come down in any way, shape, or form, the person who comes down loses their championship that they just won.
Wow. All right.
Or Adam Cole, or something like that.
Bless me.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, let us know. Go ahead and answer those same questions down in the comment section. Since you've been listening to us for a very long time, and we had some technical difficulties early in the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, what is going on with the sound? Oh, well, I'll figure this out later. Oh, I think I know what it is. Never mind.
Right.
So you've been listening to, I don't know how long this is going on, because my whole thing is different. Anyway,
Okay.
for a long time, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. You clearly like listening to me. I know listening to Adam is bad, just like looking at his face.
Whatever.
After 2 weeks of a break from that and then seeing that thing, oh my gosh, I almost went blind.
You should grow a beard. Beards make men.
I had a beard until yesterday.
Well, no. Well, you're no longer a man then. I'm sorry.
You want my man card?
No. It as you can clearly see, that man card doesn't exist anymore. So.
Yeah, because
I've got glorious
way to insult
facial
someone in
hair, too.
2019, like not calling them they're no longer a man. Yeah.
Anyway,
ladies and gentlemen, since you're giving us a thumbs up, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Ding!
Ring the bell.
Ding ding!
And get bent.
Woo!